he had come up here. I think his coach had brought him up, and so for the first time, and then she got home like in the summer, and so from that point on, you know, she was great to communicate with his whole family, and you know, his aunt was up here as well a lot, but you know, he took his time in the whole process and went through the summer and all into fall, and you know, I think it was early December where he told me he was kind of leaning our way. So I felt good about him, and but you know, you never know, especially recruiting a kid from Alabama and the type of pressure that they're under in that state. You know, Alabama, Auburn, and all that stuff. But this is what he wanted to do, and it's worked out great.
You talked a lot about kind of Trevor's personality. You know, he's just kind of like, okay, coach, you know, whatever you say. How much has that personality attributed to kind of his success over what's been a pretty dramatic season, at least the first 6 games?
Well, I don't think it's just this season. I mean, I just think that's just his DNA. That's how it's wired. I think it's attributed to his success that he had in high school. I mean, you know, you think about it today. These big time elite high school quarterbacks, they're under a lot of pressure from. I mean, this kid's been starting since the 9th grade, and so I think just that has served him well all the way through. I mean, you're talking about going the way they do this stuff now. You're all across the country. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody sees everything every single week. You got elite 11s and high stakes competitions, and you know. So I think it is all of that, plus his demeanor and just his DNA has helped him, you know, get off to a good start here.
Much more comfortable and confident is Isaiah now than he was at the beginning of the year?
A lot. I mean, he still will make some mistakes, but he makes a lot of plays, and but he's got 6 games under his belt now, and he's been coached hard. You know, Brent is relentless as far as the details that he's coaching, especially at that nickel Sam position, and you know, he's taken to the coaching, and he's a conscientious guy. He's grown a lot, but he's still not close to what his potential is. I mean, he's got a lot of room for improvement in a lot of areas, but he plays hard. He's physical. He's got good coverage skills, and you know, his confidence is really good right now. But he's aware too. He's aware of what he needs to improve on, and he's willing to show up every day and get better. So I think the second half of the season, he's one of those guys on our team that I'm kind of hoping, you know, he's had a good start, but I'm hoping he'll make another jump so that we can, you know, be the type of defense we want to be.
Coach, Travis has been on such a tear. How important is it having such depth at the running back position to kind of keep his legs fresh throughout the course of games and such a long season?
Well, I think if you look at any good rushing team, you know, that's not an option team, they have depth at running back. I mean, I don't know of a team. I mean, maybe there's somebody out there. I mean, you look at Georgia last year. I mean, they had some pretty good backs, and they just rolled them. There's like 3 of them or 4 of them. And it's just, I mean, it's huge when you can run the football with really good players. And even though they can all be different, Alabama. I mean, you look at how they've run the ball over the last several years. They've had 3 or 4 backs. You know, we're just very fortunate that we got that's where we are. And Fisher gets hurt. You know, he's coming off a little scope early on, and then all of a sudden he got a guy that's got a shoulder. You know, here's ETN. Maybe ETN stubs a toe. Hey, here's Adam. I mean, it's just nice to know that you don't have to close up shop or completely, you know, be a zero in the run game if one guy is banged up. And so our ability to manage that and keep those guys fresh has served us well. I mean, it's been a long time since we've been able to run the football like we're running the ball right now. And if we can continue to do that, that's gonna that's going to create some problems for people because we know that we can throw and catch, and the way we run, especially with our gap schemes. I mean, we've been a really power counter, gap scheme team. That's been really our bread and butter. We've been more of a zone team, and we've been very successful there too. But I'm just really pleased with how those guys are running the football. I mean, they've done a great job. Then you add in a young guy like Lynn J, who's just going to continue to get better. He's gotten enough of it the first half to where, you know what, this guy could help you in some situations if you need him. And but we're very confident in those three guys, those veteran guys, that they have a good understanding, protections, everything that we need them to do. And we just got to continue to get them the ball, keep using them. Certainly Travis has kind of separated a little bit. I mean, he's just been unbelievable. But he's not a guy that can play every single snap, and he doesn't have to. And so the ability to be able to tag team those guys, I think will serve us well.
You guys have run it really well when people expect you to run it, not just generally speaking, but first down, short yardage, that type of stuff. Is that offensive line, running backs, schematically, you doing something like what makes this team really good in those situations?
We're not doing anything different than we've done. We've always been a zone counter power team. A little bit of sweep stuff outside. We'll get some down and around stuff from time to time. A little bit of just a little bit of pitch outside here and there. But we're pretty much in the tackles running team. We always have been. We're just better. I mean, our guys up front are doing a great job. But even sometimes when we don't do a great job, our backs are better than their guy. You can go back to the Syracuse game. I mean, and we just took a lot off the quarterback because I just felt like we just needed to eliminate. He just needed to breathe, and the best way to do that was let's just let him hand the ball off and let's not have to make him process everything and feel like the game's got to be on him. And so we just went to all of our called runs, protected runs, and I mean the numbers were against us. They were not good numbers to run the ball, and you can go back and look at them. There was unblocked guys. I mean, we blocked the guys we were supposed to block, and we could block. There was unblocked guys, and our guys just made them miss. They just beat them, and so sometimes that's just what it comes down to, and that's where we're different. This time last year we were just very green, very inexperienced. Fisher, first-year starter, didn't play a lot as a freshman. Played, but hadn't been in that role. But our best guys were him and ETN. ET was a true freshman, and he certainly didn't have a good foundation as far as ready to go be a complete player. And we weren't as good outside. We just weren't. We were green outside too, and we've ripened up. So I think it serves us well. But those guys up front are doing a good job, man. They're doing a really good job. They love to run the ball, and especially when they know they got guys back there that make us right more times than not.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys.